And good morning. Believe it or not, it's Friday, and that stuff from the sky, it's not over. No, it's called rain. 90% chance of showers in the forecast. Now, we are getting that as we look at this. Southwestern Lauderdale County getting heavy rain now. And we look at the northern portion of Clark County getting lots of rain also at this point. 72 as you're waking up. The high is only going to go to 76, believe that or not. Now, we've already had one accident this morning. That happened Highway 19 South near the Alabama line this morning as folks from Why Not went out to help out. It was a single vehicle accident where a car ran off the road. We did have a couple of injuries and they were entrapped for a little bit. Everybody's going to be okay, but that did happen. And I say that to warn you of what can happen this morning. The roads have not had rain in quite a while. With this coming down, it's going to be slick. It's like stepping on ice, so to speak, during the winter. It's been that much, that oil and grease and stuff. So be slower, take your time, and leave a little bit early or be late wherever you're going, just so long as you get there safely. Let's glance at radar before we get into anything else. We want to show you what we're looking at, and we'll come back and look at this in a minute. But here's what we've got. Pennington, Alabama, Butler, y'all are getting wet as well. Lisbon, Alabama, as we move into Mississippi, we'll show you here all of Clark County. Look at this. Let's look at locations as we'll show you here out in Energy. Getting rain this morning, pretty heavy, very heavy around Clarkdale High School, and as you get into Dunn's Fall area there, Enterprise and northward, all the way up to Stuckey's Bridge, it is heavy. Let's look at I-20. By the about 5 to 6 miles before you get to Hickory, rain increases there, and Newton County is pouring. This is going to be all from Decatur southward to the county line there, Jasper. Heavy, heavy rain. 20 is known for accident after accident, so we don't want anything to happen to you in those areas. Be careful as we get into Scott County. Look at that. All the way through there as you get to Pelahatchie, it's going to be wet. Showing a lot there in Smith County as well. All showers at this point north of Rose Hill at this point. Up here at Garlandville, getting a lot of rain there at the country corner. Be careful. Those are the conditions at this point. We're going to do another update here in a minute with the weather to get you all updated so you know what's coming. We'll do a recap of all the weekend events that are right around the corner. We'll talk to that girl this morning to find out if full moon on 5th is going to happen tonight. I think so. That's what it looks like. We'll have all that and so much more coming up. Let's go out to Collinsville now. Let's shake off everything that could be bad in the world and get some good direction. Let's hear Brother Ben this morning.
You know, we live in an amazing time where there are so many ways to effectively treat sickness and disease, where our ancestors kind of just had some home remedies and some hope as they toughed out what ailed them. We can go right away to a physician and get a medication or a procedure that will address our issue. Now, that can get expensive, but thankfully, there's one medicine that is absolutely free. And you don't even have to see a doctor to get it. I'm talking about laughter. The Bible says in Proverbs 17:22 that a joyful heart is good medicine. And look, that's absolutely true. Laughter has so many health benefits. Physically, it reduces stress, boosts our immune system, improves heart health, relaxes muscles, promotes sleep, and even relieves pain. Emotionally, laughter reduces anxiety, enhances your mood, increases resilience, shifts perspective, and breaks negative thought cycles. And socially, it brings people together and improves communication. Somebody once wrote, "A laugh is like sunshine. It freshens all the day. It tips the peak of life with light and drives the clouds away. The soul grows glad that hears it and feels its courage strong. A laugh is just like sunshine for cheering folks along." So go do yourself a favor and find a reason to laugh. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. Welcome back. Wasn't that good? Always like Brother Ben. Don't forget, we are also under a flash flood watch until high noon today. That's going to include Lauderdale, Clark County, Jasper County, Smith, Newton County, and Scott counties. And until noon. We'll get more into the forecast here in a moment as we begin your day and get everything going for you. Odie's standing by. We've got Greg on the way, and that girl is making her way into the studio. All that will begin at 7 o'clock this morning. We don't want you to miss out on that. You know, no matter where I go, this is for the last, 4-5 years now. I guess it's 5 years that it's really approaching of when we had the COVID scare move into our communities we'd never heard of. It was kind of controversial if you wanted your shot or not in the beginning. I know that doctors urged me because I'd had a heart attack that I needed to take it. Me personally, I'm done with that. The next one is out. They're no longer going to be free was my point on this. As before, you could go into a pharmacy anywhere and they'd give you the shot. It didn't cost anything. The government paid for it. At this point, they're going to be charging if you're wanting that update. I do not. Maybe you do. It's up to you and what your doctor tells you. But that third one or fourth, wherever they are, is out now. Phoenix, Arizona. Man, it's hot out there. And to prove that to you, this year alone, it's crossed 155 times. That's kind of shocking, isn't it? Now, the humidity between here and there is a lot different. We've got the humidity here, but that's kind of hot. I don't care who you are. Hunter Biden, have y'all seen this? He's pled guilty to all tax charges. We'll avoid a trial. We'll see what becomes of all of this. They didn't want the trial because more information could have come out, as you all well know. We'll see what happens. How will he be sentenced? He faces a large sentence going to jail. The likelihood of actually doing that is slim, in my opinion. Long Island, New York. Y'all know where that is, don't you? We truly cannot, or I cannot, understand the mind of a criminal, nor do I want to. I know we have specialists in the United States that go to school to learn what people with issues have, to where people can study it and get inside their mind. My whole point of this is a suitcase found at Long Island. And as you can go or tell where I'm going with this story, a body was discovered inside the suitcase. She was a 31-year-old female that was missing. She's been found deceased inside that suitcase. Isn't that awful? Who does that was my whole point of trying to understand. That was a detective show, and I'm trying, Criminal Minds, is that what it was? That where they kind of tried to understand. And there's people that specialize in it that's probably pretty good at it. Same thing as a game warden. After he does his job long enough, he kind of understands what the outlaws would do, what areas they'll spotlight in, and it goes along that way. Same things with the sheriff department is where people speed, where they run stop signs. You get better at your job as you do. That would not be the job that I wanted. Thank goodness we have people that do this. But that's just not cut out for me. Is it you? There's a lot of you out there who could do it. This is, where does it stop, I guess, is where I'm going. Zelensky, y'all know who I'm talking about as we look at what's happening there. Looks like we're going to give him another $250 million. As you, the taxpayer, can barely make your taxes, a lot of you need help but can't get it. Our veterans are on the street and, well, we give it away freely. Now, I'm not saying there's not repercussions and good reasons to give. I don't know all of them. I don't. But it sure is frustrating. We've got Americans right here at home that need help when we help those that aren't from here. As we look at the numbers, have you seen this? They're saying it's nearly doubled, $361 million raised for Harris over the last 30 days. She's raked in a lot of money as we look at that. Campaign donors. They say nearly 3 million people have donated to that cause. Donald, about half of that over the last 30 days. The U.S. is going to allow, and these are, we need this because it is a problem in the United States. ADHD. We all know someone, he's got a little bit. I got accused of that one time. I could be. I got
a butt whooping and took care of all of it.
Cody says he got a whooping and took care of it. Greg can't spell it. But as you all know, that does exist. Some people are quick. They're going to start making more of the medicine to make sure that people have it. Been sort of a shortage on it there. An Oregon hospital getting sued. I guess it's what I'm trying to say is I don't know that an employee can always control their employee. A nurse who I'm assuming, and this is an assumption, that she was using it for herself or friends, replaced the fentanyl with water of patients that needed it to keep it for herself. They're being sued over it. $303 million is the lawsuit that they're asking for. Now they won't get that much amount, but They are asking for it. There's lawyers standing up now waiting to get that case, as you all well know. Manhattan. Now, I've never been to New York. Any of y'all ever been to New York? I've got two no's in here. The only person I guess we know is that girl who's en route that's been to New York. I have friends, but I've never been. I guess it'd be something to see. I probably would have.
Friends or friends has been?
Friends has been. But that was during the Rudy Giuliani days when it was safe to walk down the street. I'm not so sure I want to go there now. But Manhattan, the tunnel, is leaking this morning. Contractors made a boo-boo. You know, it goes underground. They got leak. I mean, it's kind of like the closest thing we've got to it's Mobile. If you're going to the coast, you know, the tunnel that we go under, similar to that. Manhattan has a leak, folks. Ooh. I have to agree with this. Biden actually doing something that I agree with shocks me. U.S. Steel. Y'all know what I'm talking about? He's going to block the sale of this. It was going to be sold to a Japanese company. They're saying, no, you can't do it. We need this to remain American owned. Somebody passed him a note. That's good. We have so many of our companies that were American made that are, well, no longer anything to do with American. Y'all know where I'm going with that. Boy. Eric Adams, y'all know who I'm talking about? Mayor of New York City. We've seen this going on in Jackson, Mississippi, to where undercover folks come in and do things. Oh, they're hard and heavy on this. They've seized the phones during an investigation of two people from his administration. What's going on there? We wonder what's happening in Jackson, Mississippi also, don't we? We got somebody that's going to start talking. Will you take those cookies away from Odie? We got cookies, and Odie's trying to eat them all before everybody can get...
There's enough.
He saved you one.
Me and Greg going to have to split one cookie. Odie's all off into it. We'll be right back with a look at your forecast. That's a few of the headlines that are shaping America this morning. Be informed, know what's going, keep it down the middle so you'll know both sides of everything that happens. We'll be right back as we travel along with your forecast next here, Scotty Ray Report.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
CF Moto has arrived at Meridian Cycles. Come see us at 80 Highway 19 North or give us a call at 601-485-8700.
As Odie was licking his lips, he said, you should have tried these cookies that we had. Discussion coming up at 7 o'clock. I hope you'll join us. Jeannie Whaley, how in the world are you doing? We're so glad to see you joining us as well. We have a lot of folks joining us from all over the country now. Thank y'all so much. A lot of local folks. Who's coming what now? You want to work?
Jeannie can come back to work.
Jeannie, Odie's trying to get you to come back to work take over the Meridian Police Department. Is that what you're trying to get her to do? Come on back, girl. For those of you who don't know, Jeannie, who watches every morning, who's living out of town now, used to work for the police department. One of the best we ever had. We had a lot of fun back in the 80s when she was in charge of a lot of things, right?
Yep.
Security, you didn't get past her. You still don't get into the base. I think she's military now, if I'm not mistaken. She is wonderful. If y'all have never met her, y'all say hello to her. She's a sweetheart, and we think the world of her. All right, let's do some weather here. I think I got this ready. Finally, for once, let's get into the forecast.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Those record highs and record lows turn out to be 1925. Today it was 104 degrees. That was some time ago. Back in 1891, we had a low of 50 on this day. Wow.
She just got here early. Yes.
I hear laughing going on
She
as...
ain't gonna fix all that in 15 minutes.
Oh. You know how sometimes you just got to stop what you... That girl arrived. And Greg said there's no way she can fix all that in 15 minutes. this is any indication how the morning show is going to go. Oh, she didn't bring enough equipment. Oh, it's getting really deep in here, y'all. Man, 7 o'clock. Make sure you're here. 76 is what we're expecting in Meridian today. As you'll see, this heavy rain right up to 2 Mile Bottom there in Kemper County. We'll see this over all the way up to House, Mississippi, as we look at Neshoba County. And then everything south of there, heavier showers there. Meridian, 76. We'll see 77 there in Philadelphia. And even warmer weather as we get to Columbus Air Force Base and over to Stark, Vegas. Should be somewhere around 81. Now, as we look at Alabama, they'll hold steady like Meridian at 76. Over to Clanton, just south of Tuscaloosa, the rain won't be as bad. But areas of Epps, Alabama, as you're traveling on 20, is going to be heavy rain. Here's what we got through today. Flash flooding possible all the way to the Kemper County Noxubee line. A little bit into Noxapater. Y'all can see this as well as we look at Winston County and all points south. It's going to be some heavy, heavy rain there. As we look at the temperatures over the next 10 days, look at that. Nice and cooler. Northern Mississippi has some warmer temperatures than the rest of us, but that's all going to be okay there in Tunica. As we look at the 7-day forecast, here's what we've got. 76 for today is the best we'll get. Now, in the last few moments, the National Weather Service upgraded this from a 80% chance to a 90% chance of rain today. Should be ending around 3 o'clock, which will give that girl some encouragement there. We'll look at the future forecast and hope that does end at 3 as we get ready for the entertainment tonight. 85 for tomorrow. It's only a 10% chance. It's got a lot of events going on. The car show at Ed Watkins tomorrow. Also, the Neshoba County Sheriff's Department's got a big event. A lot of things happening tomorrow, and it's going to be perfect weather for it. Sunday, don't give us an excuse you can't make it to church because it's sunny and 85 on Sunday. Perfect, isn't it? Monday, 87. We'll see 84 Tuesday. And look at this, by the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday, 82, 81. You can't beat it. We don't even have a 90-degree mark listed until September the 20th. We like that. It's pretty good there, isn't it? Here's what's happening when it comes to fishing today. It looks like your best time to fish is going to be this afternoon, right after it rains. 3 o'clock. Be there till 5 o'clock. Bring that cane pole. It should be good. The wind's going to be east-northeast wind around 10 miles an hour. Gust as high as 20 miles an hour. Could mess up some hair. Just letting you know that. Now, what's happening with the tropics? Let's look at that. Boy, look at all of these systems that we've got. Coming off the coast of Africa, 10% chance in the Atlantic. We've got another here, 30%. No threat. This is small to minimal. A lot of rain coming up on Texas, a 10% chance there. And then Mexico also being threatened a little bit there at a 20% chance. Nothing huge at this point. We still watch this until November the 1st. That's coming. Let's look back at radar now. Let's pull that up so everybody can see that of where it's raining where you are before you head out today. As we pull up Honda Meridian radar, there you go. Let's close this as we show that 72 there in places. The rain has died off in downtown Meridian. We've got a little bit there around the Boy Scouts there on Highway 19. Our focus on heavy rain, Enterprise, Mississippi. Look at that. Moving into Lauderdale County around Dunn's Fall, Clarkdale, we've got a lot of rain. And then even out here at Meehan, there's a lot of rain there at the Volunteer Fire Department. As we get into this heavy rain from Decatur South, Highway 15, into Jasper County, a lot of rain there all along I-20 from Hickory West to Jackson. You're going to be in this for the next few hours. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Highway Patrol is going to be busy this morning. We all know it. That's what we've got on the outlook for this morning. Now, on the way, we're going to be kicking off the morning show. It'll be a lot of fun. We can't do it without you. I do hope you will join us. Irma, how are you doing there? Hazel is with us there. Also, we see Alan Carlisle up and going as well. All right, we're going to get some more coffee on. We invite you back. We'll be live in about 4 to 5 minutes with all things local coming up at the Scotty Ray Report. Join us, won't you?